All right. This could be a very lonely chat. Looks like it's just me for now. Um, this could be a very lonely chat. Let's make sure I mute that guy. Yeah, what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a little drink and talk to myself for a bit. Hopefully, someone will join. All the beers are available. Well, I can't see anyone here, but hopefully someone will join. Oh, hello, Danny. Cheers. Yeah, exactly. It's one of the last days of the year, and I hope you had a nice year. We're going to be talking about what happened in 2021. I can't believe it's end of the year already. December was probably the fastest month so far for me. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it's the last day of the year. Yeah, no, thanks for joining. Hopefully, we get a few more joining us here. But where are you from, Danny? Let me know. Let me know here in the comments. I'm always interested to hear where my viewers are from. Doesn't actually feel like winter, to be honest with you. It's quite mild. Staffordshire. Oh, cool. Just down the road. I'm down in the west near Bath, really. My accent is really dodgy. Hey Jeff, how you doing? So my accent, I'll explain. I was born in Brazil and I spent 20 years there. So I think that's where the twang comes from. But yeah, I've been here now 1 year longer than I've been in Brazil, so I can probably say that this is definitely home now in the UK. So yeah, but I had a good teacher. My wife is from England, so yeah, I had a decent. Yeah. Uh, Jeff, how was your year, man? It's yeah, it's funny though. I was just saying to Danny here, it's crazy how quickly it went. Um, Danny, you speak Portuguese. That's really good. I'm impressed. Yeah, it's the year started quite interesting in terms of tech. I had a play around with different brands. You know, I love Apple stuff, but I thought having started a tech channel, it's always good to keep your kind of mind open and try a few different things. Yeah, it went like a flash, and yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, I hear you, Jeff. I hear it's yeah, it's been another almost like a repeat of 2020, isn't it? Yeah, I'm with you. Can't wait for it to be over. Um, but looking forward to what's to come. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully we get better days to come. But yeah, it's thanks, man. That's yeah, nice to hear that. It's getting there. It's getting there. So little by little. I use this space during the day for my 9 to 5 job as well. So it's kind of hard to go full on YouTube studio, but I found a way of getting like 2 desks so that when I'm over there for my 9 to 5 work, this side of the office is kind of a more traditional, just a window. But yeah, for my YouTube stuff, I feel yeah, I get the background and I got a little metal logo. Some chap done that for me in Turkey actually, and I just got a bloody bill for it today, which almost doubled the price of the job. I texted him. It was one of those Etsy jobs, and I was like, "Are you sure this is right? I have to pay for the FedEx tax?" And he said, "Yeah." He said in the fine print. I said, "Oh, thanks, man." But yeah. Hello. How you doing? Yeah, thanks for joining. Where are you from, EGP? Um, yeah, it's one of those things. Little by little, we have to improve, right? We've got to keep improving, and yeah. I wish I could just stop what I do for my 9 to 5 and just do this because this is fun. But yeah, you know the drill. Jacob, how you doing? From Australia. Wow. Oh, thanks, man. That's nice to hear that. I never know. You know, I like having fun on YouTube. This is even more fun because I don't have a script in front of me. All my videos, by the way, I have to write and then read because and I try to sound natural even when I'm writing. Um, but it's such a stress, right? Because I just don't. Yeah, if I don't have a script, I go off at a tangent, and the video will be like half an hour long, and I won't deliver on the on the promise of the thumbnail. Whereas this, I don't know, I just prefer just having a little chat. Um, yeah, Jeff, I hear. Yeah, it's the dream, right? We to be honest with you, I quite like having the balance. I wouldn't mind find a way of doing both. But right now it's quite difficult to, yeah, kind of my YouTube stuff. I can only do that in my spare time. Because yeah, 5 days a week at least, I'm fully working on my 9 to 5, like many creators, right? It's not just me. But yeah, it'd be nice to find a way of getting a balance. From the USA, nice. West Coast to East Coast. Okay. This is like 20 questions. You just bought a Yeti mic. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's I never tried those, but I hear they're really good. I mean, they've been going on for ages, right? The Yetis. Yeah. So I mean, I love my Macs. One mistake I made was to buy a really expensive mic, which is this is the Shure SM7B. The mistake I made was I bought the mic and I was in a different place when I started the channel downstairs, and I didn't do anything to the room. And as you probably know, it was really echoey, and it didn't do the SM7B any, it did a disservice, to be honest. So I've had to invest eventually on a soundproof. Not so much soundproofing, just kind of, I wish I could show you, but it's just some panels I've got on the wall. They're not those Amazon jobbies. I've got one here. Hang on, because I've just moved to the space. But yeah, these things, you can see how thick they are. But it's basically basically just I don't know. It's like fiber inside it, and it's really good. It's got really good air gap. You put those on the wall. There's one on the ceiling as well, and that made the sound of the microphone like day and night. So yeah, if you're buying a mic, I recommend, even if you just put some blankets or like a rug, just remove the reverb in the room. That will make this the microphone sound a lot better. Especially if it's one of those like this one. I think it's a dynamic microphone. Yeah, it captures everything that's in front of it. But yeah, it also captures echo. If it's bouncing all over the place. Jacob, favorite tech in 2021. Okay, my favorite. This might sound controversial actually, because I do have a lot of Apple stuff, and I'm currently using the iPad, the MacBook Pro, and the iPhone. But the S21 Ultra, for me, for most of the year, until the iPhone 13 was released, since February to November almost, the S21 Ultra was my favorite phone. 100%. Case, it also might sound controversial because, and I'll show you. This is the one I'm using right now. This is a Pitaka Case. It's a bit grubby actually. I do like mouse, and whenever I'm going out, and if I'm, I live in the countryside, so if I go out, there's a lot of places where I might drop the phone, and I do drop it a lot. I might take my mouse cases in those scenarios, but at home, or if I have ever, go driving somewhere, this is the one I'm taking right now, because it's just, I don't know what they've done this year. Last year, and I'm not gonna lie, this was rubbish, absolutely rubbish. But this year, Pitaka did a really good job in their their iPhone cases. I don't like their. I like the look of their really ultra thin ones, but I think this is I don't know what they call it, but it's one of those that they're a little bit more substantial. They actually protect, you know, if for a drop thing, and inside they have that nice look of microfiber stuff. Anyway, that really surprised me. Initially, the camera protection, I wasn't really. I don't know if I can. This is one of those moments where nothing gets in focus. Oh, there you go. See, the camera protection doesn't look great when you first look at it, but it sort of grew on me. That's what she said. Yeah, so no worries, Danny. Yeah, I love talking about sound stuff. The thing with audio stuff, and it's different for Jeff. You know, Jeff is in the chat here. He's got a channel that talks a lot about all sorts of text, but you know, when he talks about audio, it's almost like El Jefe reviews, right? People know, and you know, the channel, the videos always do well. For me, even though it's one of the sort of topics that I love talking about the most, all of my audio gear reviews absolutely tank. You know, it's just not you know, YouTube, I guess, corners you a little bit into what works, right? And so I still do it because, you know, I like to do stuff that I like doing. So I'll probably, out of 10 videos, I'll probably do a review of an earbuds or AirPods Max, whatever it might be, right? That because I just like audio and or microphones. And here's Brad, man. What a year, hey? You're in Australia as well, so we've got a couple of Australian people here now. You've got a video coming out. I know what the video is. Shall we talk about it? Let me know in the comments here in the chat. Shall we talk about that video? Because I think it's going to be a big one. And yeah, and there you go. It's you know, I do like doing these videos. You got the benefit of getting geared, you know, to try out, and you know, I've tried so many cases. I'm now kind of almost exclusively only trying maybe 2 or 3 for next year. Spigen did a really good job as well this year. So for next year, I think I'm just going to stick to maybe 2 or 3 brands, because it does get quite, yeah, quite, you know, it's quite a lot, especially when I'm not doing this as a full-time job. It's a lot to review. So yeah. Oh man, thanks so much. Yeah, really appreciate it. I will probably buy another beer with that. Is it all right to drink on streams? I never know, but I'm having a beer. I had a really bad evening. One of the other creators that I know, Tech PhD, aka Johannes, he was going to join me, but my son was a bit poorly. I had to deal with that, so I need a drink. So hopefully I don't get demonetized for that. I see other people do that, so I'm pretty sure that's okay. Yes, exactly, Jeff. It's one of those things, right? This thing, doing videos is difficult enough, I think, to do. And if you're not, you know, if you're not enjoying yourself, then it can become like a little bit like a job. So every now and then, I try to do a video that I just like doing. Don't care about the views. Of course, the views are great, right? If a video pops off and it gets lots of views, that's the icing on the cake. But it doesn't always happen. Especially the ones that I enjoy the most making are the ones that tank. The ones that I work, like, I don't think they will do well. I don't work that hard on it. I just get it done. Sometimes it's even like quick edits, and you know, I just want to get it out. Those are the videos that do crazy views. And yeah. So yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit then, Brad. It's just a collab, right? We did collab, but you've got some great creators joining you. I don't know, it's about 8 or 9. I don't know, maybe 10. Yeah, so you go, John Retting and B Macaron. So yeah, I you know, fair play to you. I don't know how long you've been doing this stuff, but to get you know, this sort of creators collab with you, that's really good. And what I also appreciate is that you back it up by producing good content yourself. You know, you're not just kind of looking for a bit of affirmation from other creators. Right? You're starting out like myself, and you back it up by actually grinding and, and you know, going out there and doing the work. So fair play to you, man. Audition or Logic for doing podcasts? Okay. I love Audition, and I never tried Logic. I lie. I did try Logic back in the day when I was doing some music stuff. I was doing some, you know, I had lots of hair back then. I was a DJ for a while in my 20s. So yeah, I used Logic then to you know, add different tracks and stuff, and I loved all of that. But Audition is just much easier to deal with, for me anyway, to deal with voice. The workflows, there's so many scripts and things that you can download to fine tune your voice. And there's a chap here on YouTube that does. His name is Tommy Calloway, and yeah, I just downloaded one of his scripts, and it basically, you know, you chuck your audio in there, run the script, and it transforms your voice into basically a radio broadcast for podcasts. I don't do that for every video, but I run a podcast with Patrick Rambles, as you probably know. So I use that for when we're editing our podcasts. Yeah, so Audition for me is really good. It's got a really nice way of cleaning audio as well. I did a couple of short videos on that just to teach people on how to. Yeah, if you know, sometimes, and especially with this microphone, you might not hear it on YouTube, but when I'm editing, I can hear the white noise or whatever, the room level. Since I got the Rode podcast, what's it called, Rodecaster, that stopped a little bit because in itself it has a kind of a built-in effect, but I still use Audition to clean up a little bit of the audio. So yeah, that's my preference, but I think Logic is great for music production. Yeah, have a look around. I'll share a link here in the chat when I find it, because yeah, you can just download it, and it's, yeah, you basically, you know, when you do sometimes to level up the volume, there's something called I think it's just called, let me open Audition here. Nothing like Alive. You know, my memory is crap, I have to say. Oh, here you go. It's called match loudness. So match loudness is you put your file in there, the WAV file in there, and it levels up the loudness. Sometimes the microphone might move, or you might just be talking at a different levels. This thing really levels it all up. So I do that a lot in every single video. Those scripts are a little bit like that. You just run the script and it does it for you. So yeah, really cool. Oh, 17 creators. That's amazing, man. That's yeah, that's a lot of people. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Yeah. I hate saying I'm trying to. I'm just gonna do it. I've just been recording some B-roll today to get video out tomorrow. I wanted to get it out today because I think tomorrow is a bad day to upload. You know, not many people I think will be worried about. Yeah, will be worried about YouTube, but you never know. Some videos always do well. But yeah, I really, so my next video will be a MacBook accessories review for the, I mean, I say it's for the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. It can be for any MacBook, right? But you got to play to the algo sometimes. Yeah, so where is that? I reviewed this before. This is an OWC hub, and I've been using this with the iPad. You know, the beauty of this is got like Thunderbolt 4 ports, and there's not many hubs out there that have 3 extra. There's one at the front to power it up, but there's 3 then at the back to plug in your SSDs and stuff like that. And yeah, I've been using it since the M1 iPad Pro was released. And OWC kindly sent me a. It's too far away now. It's behind me there. Yeah, they sent me the dock, which is basically twice the size of this. It's got the same amount of Thunderbolt 4 ports, but it's got SD card readers and things like that, which is really useful, quite handy. So yeah, I do want to try that. Yeah, a little bit more. They were meant to send me way before. I mean, there was a shortage. Of course, affected everyone, and OWC. Yeah, they couldn't get it out to me, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. I think it's going to be interesting next year, though. I don't know. We've got a good MacBook Pro out there, right? I mean, there are. I don't know if you guys saw my video on that, but it's not a perfect device. I think there's some issues, especially with the audio. Actually, audio on the M1 Pro. I haven't tried it on the M1 Max. My M1 Max arrives in a couple of weeks. I've changed a few things, and the audio just spiraled out of control. But the M1 Pro that my wife is going to be using, I just get really bad crackling. And since I've posted that video, it wasn't meant to be the main point of the video. It was just a kind of initial first impressions and stuff like that. Yeah, the audio is really disappointing on the new M1 Pro. It's also crackling. I thought initially it was an Adobe thing, and it's mainly happening on Adobe, but I've heard it in other things as well. Hey Mike, how you doing? I don't know what we're talking about here today. Just chatting about stuff. So yeah, got any questions? Send them over, and I'll try and answer them. Thanks very much, Jeff. Thanks for coming over, mate. And yeah, happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Let's have a ball, because this year was a dumpster fire again, wasn't it? So yeah. So Mike, yeah, let me know, man. What are you looking forward to in 2022? Because I was just about talking about how Apple did a good job, I think, in most of the kind of the releases they did. I mean, the iPhone didn't disappoint. I mean, the camera features were great. The iPad, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about the iPad, and I did lots of videos about that. But overall, when you consider that there's nothing out there really today that can match, that was a good job as well. And the MacBook's awesome. The iPad Mini as well. I mean, that was incredible. That device. I mean, I haven't got one, but everyone who's got one raves about them. So yeah, I think it's an interesting 2022. It could be a very boring year from an Apple perspective, but I am looking forward to other things, right? The S22 Ultra. I mean, it's being leaked already. people are sharing a lot of stuff there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because that was one device that I couldn't get rid of. I still have the S21 Ultra, even though it's no longer my main device. I still have it because I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. In the evenings when I just want to kind of browse the socials and stuff like that, that's the device I still go to even after the 13 Pro Max. So yeah, Samsung always do a good job. So I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because it's, what else is out there, right? I mean, the Pixel devices are amazing. They've proven again that they are, especially when it comes to cameras. My gosh, those cameras are amazing. So I'm still annoyed with myself that I didn't get the pre-order for the Google Pixel 6 Pro, whatever. That's the one I wanted. But I might still get one just to try it out, because there's one thing in there that really caught my eye. And RJ, you guys probably know RJ Tech. He really raves about the dictation capabilities, and I love that, because sometimes I'm out and about, and I just want to, I need an idea. I just want to write it down, and I don't want to be writing, especially when it's cold. Right? I don't want to be typing out with gloves on and stuff like that. So yeah, I might try that Pixel just for the dictation capabilities, because they sound really good. Hey, morning. Where are you from, Rob? It is early morning, to be fair, here in the UK. It's past midnight, so it's the last day of the year. But yeah, let me know where you're from. Yeah, the S22. Yeah, I've seen some of the leaked images. I mean, it's gonna divide opinions, I think, because it's um yeah, they've done again a completely changed app at the back. But they always do something cool. I like what they've done with the special colors last year. Or sorry, still 2021 this year. But yeah, I don't know. I think it will divide opinions. I was just looking some of the popular leakers on Twitter about the S2022, and you can see in the comments and people are like, I hate it. Other people go, oh, no, I love it. I'm on the camp that loves it. I like that clean, very kind of minimalistic look of the phone. But I do hope that they don't lose their. Let me pick it up here. I still have it here. This is my S22. I was just getting out of the camera. The color on this thing, and I don't know if it will come up here, but this is the what do they call this thing? Matte brown, something brown, phantom brown, right? I can't get rid of it. It's such a great fun, and it's I've grown emotionally attached to it because it did a great job for the channel as well. It was one of the first videos that I did that really went crazy in terms of views. So but it's just holding this is so nice. It's the round edges, um, ergonomically speaking, it's much better. It's still better than the iPhone 13 as well. Um, and it holds its own. The only thing with any Android devices, as you guys probably know, is the software, right? It's yeah. Let me just move that back. I just don't think, from a software perspective, the experience isn't that nice. It is much better. I mean, the last Samsung I've used, the last Android I've used before this one was a S6 Edge, I think it was, back in the day, and that was great. And I haven't used Android since then until now, and then I was really impressed with how far they've come. Oh, cool, Rob. Excellent. Oh, there you go. Another UK fella. Um, yeah, I've got. If you're wondering about my accent, yeah, I was born in Brazil and I've been here 20 years. It's still have a little bit of a twang. Um, Hey, Sam, how you doing, man? How you doing? Excellent. Yeah, you're always commenting on my videos. You're always coming up. Good to see you, man. You're not far from home, right? South American Guyana is not far from Brazil. Yeah, amazing. The weather over there right now must be really nice. I agree. Yeah, it's gonna yeah, it's gonna divide opinions. It says. Yeah, no, it is a beauty. This thing is, and I know people say when phones are released and that there's something that all companies do, including Apple, they're not quite ready for prime time as soon as they're released. It takes a few updates to get the most out of it. The camera. This is the Exynos 2100 as well. In Europe, they don't have the Snapdragon. I was really impressed though. I don't see, because I think the S20 Ultra in Exynos had really bad press, and I think it's probably deserved as well. But yeah, I was really impressed. I mean, the battery. Um, I think in my battery test versus the 12 Pro Max, yeah, it was pretty much on par. I think it lasted half an hour longer in a normal day usage. Yeah, like I said, I can't complain. I can't get rid of it. It's such a nice device, and in the evenings, I still pick it up. Yeah, the Phantom Black as well. I mean, I still remember what they've done with that. Yeah, with their announcements, right? They talked about for 20 minutes. They talked about how black the Phantom Black was. Um, yeah, great. Right, I'm moving on to my late night beverage. It is Happy New Year's, isn't it? We can say that now, can't we? So yeah, New Year's Eve. If you're wondering, that is my favorite drink. That is it's called an old fashioned. Yeah. Boring story, but it is the first cocktail ever invented, and it's just bourbon and or rye whiskey, something like that, with Angostura bitters. And I don't. You meant to have an orange peel in it. I don't know. I left that. Oh, gee, thanks for joining, man. So that's another OG from the channel. I mean, you've been supporting the channel pretty much since I had 50 subs or less. Thanks, man. And I've been following you on TikTok as well with your basketball stuff, man. I didn't know you played, and you're actually coaching basketball. So I know, good. Yeah, there's some. I have to say, I've got a hoop in my drive. My son does give it a go, and I'm terrible. So I might use some of your videos to to learn some tricks. No, I like that. I like that, man. Thank you. Yeah, and are you, by the way, Jay, are you completely moved to something else on YouTube? Or are you gonna look to restart your tech reviews at some point? Because you were progressing, and then you kind of deviated a little bit. You know, just fine. But, yeah, let me know. Oh yeah, that's typical in South America, isn't it? It's either amazing weather right now, or Australia is the same, isn't it? And or you get some weeks that is just constant rain. I don't know. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah, I miss the weather in South America. Yeah, yeah. I have to say, I wasn't. I didn't even. That was before I started doing YouTube videos, to be fair. But I wasn't really that interested. You know, the first one that caught my eye was the. And I'm a little bit silly like that. You know, it was mainly. I lost the phone. Oh, here you go. It was mainly this part of the thing that caught my eye. Let me see if I can zoom in. If you see, there you go. There's a really cool detail, and it's not like a sticker or anything. It's actually the material, and when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's the one. And it was a 4-week extra weight, but I thought, no, he's the one I want because he has that carbon fiber look. I really liked it, and I know you can get the Phantom Black and have a D brand or any sticker sort of situation going on. But yeah, I don't know, that really sold it for me. Um, what's in the glass, right? That is this glass. I hope that's the one, right? Is a lot of ice, by the way. It's not. I'm not an alky. Um, that is an old fashioned. I had a really bad evening today, actually. But, so I needed a drink to calm me down. But it's all good now. Yeah, old fashioned is basically bourbon, Angostura bitters, and you meant to have an orange peel in it, but I didn't. Yeah, I was rushing to get the stream going. Hey, Richard, how you doing, man? Oh man, Richard, what a year! And you again were a great supporter of the channel throughout. We were just talking about cases earlier on, and I know you've watched some of my mouse cases and all the other cases videos. So now, thanks for joining the stream. Really, really good to see you here. Yeah, I was asked earlier what case I was using. I've got the Pitaka. I forgot the name. I'm terrible. It's like I did a whole video on it and I forgot the name. But it's not the ultra thin one. It's the one that you've actually got some decent protection in it. Yeah, just like the way it feels. Is really really grippy, which is nice, and quite soft as well. So the iPhone, as you know, is quite a square thing, isn't it? It's quite awkward to hold. So this case makes it much more comfortable. It slips into your pocket really easily. I have a regret actually about the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I think last year the 12 Pro Max was the right choice for me, but this year I regret not going for the 13 Pro because yeah, it's just too big now. And the 13 Pro Max, sorry, the 12 Pro Max had the camera, the advantage on the camera. The 13 Pro is the same camera now, so it's really just a bigger screen, and yeah, don't really, yeah. Like I said, I tried it in the Apple Store the other day. I was like, oh damn, this looks good. Even the 13 Mini, to be fair, felt good in the hand. But anyway, yeah, I hear you, Grant. Yeah, it's quite tricky to run any channel. Just tech is even harder because even though you can run, I mean, a lot of my videos that do well, I don't actually have the gear in hand. The videos that pop off in my channel are the ones that I'm speculating about something, and so I don't have anything in hand. I actually, those are very low cost videos to make, but to really get people interested in coming back, you do eventually have to review the stuff that you talked about. Otherwise, it's just kind of a leak channel, which is fine as well. I mean, there's some really successful channels just doing speculative videos, and I really, I'm amazed at how people do that every single day. It's like uploaded every single day. But yeah, no, I hear you. You've got to sometimes just focus on something, give it time, and yeah. But I'm hoping you you do come back, and if you do, yeah, I'll be here for any questions, man. This one is actually just a basic Woodford Reserve, I think it's called. You can get that on Tesco's and Sainsbury's or whatever. Yeah, it's not fancy at all. The Fusion Weave Pitaka. Okay. I wish I had it here. That's so silly, isn't it? They actually sent it to me as a Christmas present, which was so nice. I posted on Twitter a photo of the case of the actual box that they sent. And I did say to them it's going to be under the tree, and it was, and I opened it on Christmas Day, and it's actually really, really nice. Yeah, it's got like some red detailing and the carbon fiber, the traditional Pitaka carbon fiber look. It looks awesome. Richard, what I'll do is I'll send, I don't know, I'll just post a picture of it on Twitter and Instagram, and hopefully you can find me there. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm definitely doing that for next year. It is a beautiful device, and I'll tell you what, something something I've done that I wasn't sure was going to stick, pun intended, but it's this Brown, and Marques Brownlee did a similar thing just yesterday with his iPhone, with D brand. I don't know, it didn't look as nice as this. This is the Nomad, leather skin. It feels amazing. Unfortunately, if you drop it, it's the end of that. But from a looks perspective, when I'm at home, that's how I'm rocking it. It's really, really nice. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to look like it was going to look nice with the blue detailing, but it actually goes. I mean, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, it goes really well. Let me see if I can get it close up. Yeah. Part of my fingerprints on the camera lens. But yeah, it it looks really good, and I thought I was going to do a video about it and remove it straight away, but because it goes with any case, it's actually nice to have that. So you have the option of having the skin and the case, or yeah, completely remove it. Yeah, yeah, it's a story, right? I mean, I can't even think about how much. Maybe that'll be a good video, right? To see how much it costs to run a YouTube channel. And I don't really do anything fancy. It's just expensive. Yeah. Here's the man of the hour. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, I was just telling the guys, I do need a drink this evening, and I'm rocking a Woodford Reserve. Nothing fancy, but it's an old fashioned, mostly ice, by the way. I'm not an alky, but yeah. So cheers to you, and thanks for joining us. You're in lovely Colorado, right? And here's another great friend of the channel, Don. Thanks for joining, man. That's so nice to have you here. See, this is what I like about streams, right? I don't have a script. I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time, anyway. But it's nice to know I'm amongst friends here, and we can all have a chat. Ask me anything you want. I was gonna do this for an hour. I had a really rough early evening. Hopefully everything's okay over there. But yeah, my son wasn't feeling great, but he's back to sleep, so it's all good. Yeah. So that's right. I'm like, yeah. So I'm gonna post. Yeah, I'm gonna post a picture of it because it is actually quite nice. I didn't think it came. It came with a a case, a phone case, an AirPods protector as well, and there was a third thing. What was that? I'm so bad. I literally just opened it the other day. But there were three products. Was it an Apple Watch strap? I don't know. But there was three things, and it was they were really nice. The red detailing, really good. Yeah, see, that's the life, man. That's the life. Living the dream, as they say. Sometimes just gotta take a little break and yeah, see life go by. Right? It's the way forward. That's really good. Expect lots of nice footage. I saw some pictures you posted already, so yeah, I'm expecting some good slow-mo, snow in slow-mo, right? You can't beat that. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully he'll be all right. I think it was just too much sugar. This time of the year is my parenting skills aren't the best, to be honest with you. And especially at this time of the year, it's completely free. Yeah, you want that bag of sugar? No problem. It's bigger than you, but yeah, have it. I don't mind. It is Christmas after all. Hayden, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Let me know where you're from, man. Let me know you're from and what you're up to. I hope you had a 2021 that was good. Here we are in the last day of the year. Jeez, how did that happen? Yeah, they're great. They're great to work with as well. I mean, there's some brands. To be honest with you, I don't make any money with Pitaka at all. They're just they're great to work with, but there's just they're pretty useless when it comes to supporting creators. I don't know what it is. If their affiliate program is just doesn't work really well, or maybe it's me not doing the right thing there. I don't know. There's an issue with being in Europe as well. I have to say, maybe it's just that. But I just like, yeah, their products are good, so I don't mind doing videos on things that if something comes up that I would buy myself, that's kind of my asset test. I'll do the video. If it's something that I just got a bit of a freebie, then yeah, say no thanks. If it fits with the audience, here you go, man. Thanks so much for joining. That's great to see you here. I saw that you were about to hit 2,000 subscribers on your new channel. So yeah, that's amazing, man. So quickly as well. So yeah, I hope that's in 2022 that takes off. Yeah, small but consistent changes. That's right. You've got to, and I do feel overwhelmed sometimes with, and everyone feels the same. I'm pretty sure. You look at other channels and you look at, bigger creators who've done this for 10 years, and you go, oh my gosh, how do I get to that point? There's no other answer than just, it has to be little by little improvement every video, trying to improve it. So yeah, that's how I go. I don't think you gotta, you can't really emulate someone's success just overnight, right? Because what you see, and Kevin is a great example of that, right? And we talked about it in our podcasts and in our chats. It just takes time, and yeah, and I appreciate that, because it's like that in my other professional life. It just takes time to achieve success. So YouTube, yeah, been doing it for 18 months. So I don't expect to completely blow up overnight, because it is something that you just got to keep at it. Oh, there you go, from America. So howdy to you. And man, I just love this stuff that I don't have a script. I don't know what we're supposed to be talking about, but it's nice to have a chat with you all, and I hope that next year you like what's coming to the channel as well. I intend to continue doing tech reviews. I'm not going to change that, but I'm hoping that it will be just better videos. I focused too much this year on consistency, which is important, and maybe sometimes I just kind of Took the eye off the ball a little bit on quality, and there were times where I was happy with what I was doing, but other times, I'm not gonna lie, I was just kind of thinking, hmm, you know, I don't know how much I can do this, because it does get a little bit too much. And Mike, you probably know this yourself, right? If you don't do something that you are yourself pleased with, then why should people watch it, right? So my motto for 2022 is going to be more, do videos that I enjoy doing, because that should translate to people enjoying. Because if I'm passionate about it and it comes across that way, then people see that, and I feel that way when I'm watching other channels. A card game. Amazing. That's cool, man. Yeah, no, let me know. I don't know how, but maybe via the comments or Instagram or Twitter. But yeah, let me know how that goes. I mean, I do love a card game. I mean, especially this time of the year. I've got a few of those. I mean, traditional stuff like Cluedo and Monopoly and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm curious to know what that is. I like there was one about exploding kittens. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's it's just a silly idea, but I really like it as well. But yeah, I hope your idea goes well, man. Yeah, it's one of those things and lots of bigger creators will say this, right? It's like, always make a video that you'll be, it's like, why shouldn't you watch it, right? But in tech, it's really hard because there's a format, and you feel a little bit silly sometimes deviating from that format, right? It's like, you got to talk about what the tech is doing, who is it for, how you'd use it. I just like to have fun sometimes, and it's it's finding a good balance there that delivers on reviewing a product, but also ticks the box for me in having a bit of fun. Yeah, so that's a good question. What am I exciting for 2022? Because in what tech space would you like to see the most improvement? I've been waiting a long time for I wouldn't say virtual reality, but for augmented reality. I did a couple of videos on that. Even like in 2020, I did one that says, when is this thing gonna actually come? Because I think we have reached a point where these rectangles that we hold, they are, how much else can you? What much? No, how much else? How can you improve this? Right? The cameras are already incredible. Doesn't matter what brand you go with. Even like things like Xiaomi and there's so many brands out there that do a great job already on the hardware of these rectangles that I just don't think there's much else that can do. It's just more resolution, better videos. The apps are the apps, and it is what it is. So I think for me is, how can we move away from that into something else? And I don't see that being different to wearing something on your face. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we've also kind of the metaverse stuff, and I'm at the moment sitting a little bit outside and kind of trying to watch it and see what happens. But I am more excited about things like augmented reality, so that things that merge into the real world, so that you can interact with the digital world without having to hold something. So that's for me what I'm excited about, and I hope maybe Apple glasses or something like that will come. The Google stuff, sorry, the Facebook stuff, I'm not too sure, because the Meta stuff, I just don't like the idea of being completely in a virtual world. But call me old fashioned. But yeah, let me know what you excited about, Mike, and what you think will happen in 2022. Yeah, Sabrent. Yeah, where's that thing? I actually just bought a product from, is it Sabrent or Sabrent? I never know. But I bought a M.2 storage for my PlayStation. So it's like, I installed three games, and one of them is Call of Duty, right? And I don't know if you guys know this, but it's like, it takes up quite a lot of space. So by the time you install that FIFA and another game, you're out of the 660 gigs that is usable. So I bought a Saber expansion thing. Where is that thing? Man, my office is a mess. I would find it. But yeah, it looks like a decent one, so I'll give that a go. Yeah, Exploding Kittens. It's a great game. Great game for Christmas time, family game. Well, maybe not age appropriate for some kids. But my kid's 9 and he loves it. So that's right. Yeah, small improvements, and it's like that in anything, right? It's for a while before I got too old and unfit. I was doing a bit of cycling, and in cycling, it's exactly that, right? You've got to look for those tiny improvements, and yeah, and it's like that in any sport or anything that you want to improve on. Sometimes it's and sometimes you can invest a lot in those tiny percentages, but they do make a difference. I was just trying earlier on. This could completely backfire, and I'm sorry if this is boring, but I bought this new lens. It's an anamorphic lens. Don't know if you guys, some of you will know. I mean, Kevin will know. But yeah, it basically kind of lets you record in that cinematic sort of stretched out view. I mean, I was just literally arrived a couple of days ago, and I've been trying amazing. Thing is, I'm doing tech videos, right? So I shouldn't need this, but I just want to try it, and I want to try something a little bit different. And man, the quality of the images that are coming out of this thing is just incredible. Maybe, like I said, wasted on me filming a phone or kind of a bit of kind of a hub or whatever. But I just like trying something else. Because, like I said, Mike, is those 1%. It might be something that differentiates you from the traditional videos, and if nothing else, it looks nice. So, hey Don, yeah, you're definitely a friend. Don, so let me know, what time is it in Florida, man? It's well, it can't be that late, right? It must be middle of the day, hopefully. Yeah, Mike found the dream, right? It's like doing content and people pay you for it. It's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, Kevin does some great stuff on SSD stuff. I mean, that's probably one of my first videos that I watched was on kind of your tests and very thorough reviews on SSDs. Yeah, I love that stuff. I don't know. I've played Pokemon way too late in my life. It was kind of already in the last few years in those silly kind of finding fights. So I never play the card games, but Mike, who's not here, is a different Mike. Team VRI, great channel as well, by the way. Yeah, he's all over that. So, oh, thanks, Devon. Devon is a great. So Devon is my my nephew's name. So yeah, nice one. Let me know where you're from, Devon. And thanks. I won't claim credit for my this does the job. I think the microphone is doing most of the job. My voice sucks. I think. Yeah, yeah, that's right. I managed to get one of the last few units when I was buying. I noticed it was very popular. Yeah, no, I think I got a 2 terabyte one as well because I thought, yeah, I don't like getting rid of the games. I know you can always download them again, and I just don't know. I just like to have them there physically there in the console. So yeah, looking forward to that. Installing that and playing some Call of Duty. Yeah, it is a dream. There you go. Okay, so early evening there. So Don, by the way, thank you so much for your support throughout the year. You've been amazing here on YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, and I just wish you all the best. And hopefully 2022, we're gonna do some more cool stuff, and hopefully you like it. So yeah, I think I was just talking about 2022, right? And one of the things that I am a little bit not concerned because it doesn't really bother me. I think it's just one of those things in tech. Is like, especially with Apple products, they've done such a good job on the hardware this year that you could argue that they don't need to do anything next year, right? I know they will do an M2. It's rumored to be doing a kind of M2 release, maybe the Mac Mini or the iPad. But I don't know. I think the focus for me, anyway, needs to be a little bit more on the software. I think the software has got to a point that it's just stagnated a little bit. It's not really delivering on what the hardware provides, and that's true for not just the iPad, but true for the MacBooks as well. Amazing hardware, but I'm getting crackling audio on the M1 Pro. I don't know if the M1 Max has this. I've seen some comments in my videos that people are experiencing the same issues on the M1 Max, but not so much on the M1 Max with higher, like 64 gig memory. So I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just a bug. I think it is a bug because even with 8 gig RAM, I wasn't seeing this before on even Windows machines. So I think it's just a bug. But that's what I mean. I think the software, there's a long way to go. 30K subs. Oh, maybe. If I keep working hard and if I keep consistent, then yes. 2021, I was quite lucky to get different. It wasn't really that balanced. I mean, it was hard work, but I got a lot of time to make videos. 2022, I don't know. I'm just thinking about my next 6 months in my 9 to 5 job, and I know it's going to be tough. But my plan is to maybe do less videos, but do really good videos that I think people will enjoy. So I'm hoping that's that sort of the plan kind of materializes and that works. But yeah, when I say less videos, I mean at least one video a week, because in 2021 the average was 1.5, so nearly 2 videos a week. So it was, I did 130 videos, I think, maybe 100. I don't know. It's a lot of time, right? And you guys, you're all creators, right? Most of you, so it's it's a grind. But yeah, subs would be nice. I had, so my goal for 2021 was 5K. So yeah, I'm quite happy, and with the pace. It has slowed down now because I have been a little bit inactive in the last few weeks. But yeah, I know what works, right? It's just keeping consistent, keeping content that people like. So hopefully numbers will come as a result. We'll see. Yeah. It's, I mean, Kevin, we've been around. We've seen enough of tech, right? How this cycle comes and goes. It's such an amazing jump in the hardware, right? In what that Apple Silicon can do. That I'm a little bit amazed that the people like Adobe and even Apple themselves with their own software, they've had enough time to to optimize, as they say, but it's just taking a long time. But I have no doubt that once that happens, that we're going to have really good hardware. Sorry, really good software to go with it, because and that's my point about 2022. I don't know what else can they do. Even the M2, great, but what are they going to do with the apps or with iPad OS or Mac OS to really take advantage of that? And the same goes for Samsung and people like that, right? So the hardware, was just talking about the S21 Ultra earlier. Amazing piece of hardware, and I still use it because sometimes I just prefer how it feels. And I don't know, it's just Android. What can they do? What can they do next year to compete, right? Because it is they've come a long way, but I think there's a lot, I think, to be desired still in terms of how how it kind of works with other stuff. I know Dex, for example, is great, fantastic actually. But I don't know. They need to do something a little bit different, I think, to really compete and get on Apple's heels. We'll see. Happy New Year, Danny. Thank you so much. And yeah, thanks for joining. Até logo. Ciao. That was see you later in Portuguese, by the way. Yeah, it's it's always tricky, right, to kind of balance that and find the time. One thing that I have considered myself is to do more videos that are just on my mobile phone. You know, if I'm driving, like some days I drive like 5 hours in one day, 2.5 hours to get somewhere, 2.5 hours back. I think, what do I do with that time, right? Because I could just like literally just install a GoPro and chat, and just have a chat and then edit some of it and sort of upload those as a video talking about stuff. But I don't know. I think just doing that could completely drive the channel somewhere else, and I'm not sure. But we all figure out what works and how to balance, right? Family and work and stuff like that. That's important too, right? You can't really completely focus on YouTube and let other things kind of derail a little bit. And there were times this year, I'm not gonna lie, where I thought, hang on, this doesn't feel right. Why is it 2 a.m. and I'm recording stuff and I know I'm gonna be tired tomorrow and I've got an important meeting in the morning. Yeah, that doesn't feel quite right. I think it's and lately, kind of more in the last 2-3 months, I've been thinking to myself, no, hang on, you know, what pays the bills right now, right? So let's focus on that, and maybe take a little time to produce something that, even though it's going to take longer, is something that's been not rushed. So that works. I think YouTube is consistency, but it doesn't mean you have to upload every single day. Just figure out, for me anyway, it's figuring out what works. And I think one video a week is what I can do comfortably, and if I really push, maybe two, but that's really hard, really hard. Yes. Ciao, ciao. Yeah, I think that's kind of not to be ignored, right? I think at the beginning of last year, I was thinking, this is a fad, and maybe it's never going to go anywhere. But people like those scrolling for hours, right? That's what people do, 15, 30 seconds at a time. If you can get people engaged for that long, right? So there's a lot of things to consider, because the audience, especially the younger audience, is not going to sit through a long form video until they get to a point where they are considering a larger purchase. So yeah, it's trying to find the balance again to cater for that audience, as well as people who are a little bit more established, a little bit more patient, right? So our generation probably, I'd happily sit through a 10-minute long video without skipping, if the if the creator is doing a good job on delivering what I want, and I'll listen to every single little nuances about the product. Whereas younger people, they're not interested, right? It's just like, do a little dance for 15 seconds. I'll watch that. And yeah, my dancing skills are not that great. What's my job in real life? This is real life, isn't it? I do IT. That's kind of the short version of it, but I've done a bit of everything in between. But I'm a consultant in IT, so I tell my son, right? When my son is 9, when my son asks, "Oh, Daddy, what do you do?" I just say I fix computers. But it's a lot easier than that. I can't actually fix computers, but I work with the tech people in organizations. So I used to work for big companies, and I don't know, since 2015, I created my own company. I kind of started doing my own thing, and it's, knock on wood, is worked well. I haven't been out of a job since then, and it's nice to, well, there's good and bad, right? It's a little bit like YouTube, actually, to have your own, be your own boss. You can decide when to push and when not to push. But yeah, if you don't push, that the consequence is you're not going to get views on YouTube, and in my 9-to-5 job is you're not going to get paid. So yeah, it's a job. I do like it. It's just I prefer I prefer being a creative person. It does do a lot more. I think for my mental health, I think it's much better to be creating videos, right? It's just a lot more enjoyable. But I also like the challenge. Right now I'm working for a company that's working with things like blockchain and doing things around that space, and is all new to me. So that's a different challenge. Very, very hard on the brain, but I like it. It keeps you, it's interesting. Undertale. No, I haven't. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah. So I'm looking for new games. I'm kind of bored of Monopoly and Cluedo, but I'll give that a go. Undertale. In fact, I'm gonna search for it right now. Oh, there you go, another IT. So yeah, let me know, Mike, what you do. Is it all right if I say Mike? Every Michael I know, I find it really hard to say Michael, but if you prefer that, I'll say that. I've got a cousin actually called Michael, and yeah, he doesn't like Mike, so that's why I'm asking. Yeah, let me know what you do in IT, because yeah, I've been doing IT, I don't know, since I was 14 years old. It's a long time ago. I had, what was the first? Yeah, Windows was black and white. And actually, when I first started working in IT, Windows hadn't. It was Windows NT, I think, existed, but in Brazil we were kind of a few years behind anyway. Yeah, I was doing some work in Lotus Notes. Don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's basically the Excel spreadsheet before Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, boring as hell. So yeah, yeah, I've been doing IT for a long time. Oh, it's a video game. All right, okay. Can you get that on the PS5? You can. PS4. Okay, so I guess I can get that anyway. Right, I've opened the page. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, that looks interesting actually. Thanks for the recommendation there, man. I've just been, whenever I get 5 minutes to chill, I love FIFA. Being from Brazil, one of the first things you get given as a kid is a football, and I've grown up watching football, playing football. I'm gonna get some hate now from my fellows in the UK, but I'm a Liverpool supporter, and yeah, so whenever I get 5 minutes, FIFA is the first game I go to. And if I'm really stressed out and I want to completely lash out and forget about everything, I just play Call of Duty, and mostly get shot by 15-year-olds, but I just enjoy the challenge. Yeah, I'm one of those people who just hides somewhere with a sniper gun and yeah, gets killed all the time. Cool. Thanks for that, Hayden. I'll have a look at that. There you go. Since I left school. Okay. Right. Infrastructure engineer. Okay, cool. So yeah. So you're moving stuff. So you're moving stuff to cloud now these days, right? Because that's the fancy word for the last few years, is migrating things to cloud. Nice one. Okay. I'd love to learn coding. I'm terrible at software development. I've played around with it a little bit, but that's, if I was to put a weak spot in my IT career, is that in these days, in whatever company I go, that's the one area that I fall short a little bit, and I find it is getting even more important now, to maybe not to be a software developer, because that takes years of practice and learning and whatever, but at my level is probably a good idea to learn a little bit, because sometimes, like I said, more and more everything that we're doing in the digital space is around app development. So yeah, I want to understand a little bit more about when people talk about stuff that I don't doesn't just go over my head. Forza, yeah. Do you know I downloaded Forza because I thought with the M1 Pro that I've been playing around with, I thought I could install that on Windows 11, and it's the one game, or it's one of the few games that I don't know why it's still not supported on Parallels. I don't know, Kevin. That's probably a challenge for you, but yeah, if you can get Forza working on Windows 11 on Parallels, that would be amazing. But I tried and I failed miserably because that game looks amazing. Yeah, yeah. We could probably bore everyone else. There's a few of us here, but yeah, that's the stuff that I started with. You know, if I go back to 2010, I was in those data centers racking up servers and stuff like that, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Lots of long hours though. Lots of long hours. Not anymore, but I used to, yeah, work pretty much. You know, whenever people switch off and they're finished for the day, that's when IT can actually do the work, right? So it's after hours, weekends, bank holidays, Christmases, lots of Christmases that I spend working until the last minute, you know. Um, xCloud gaming on your Mac? No, I haven't. What does that do? I feel like such a noob. I don't know what that is. Sim racing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's one hobby. It's a bit to me, I can spot a few hobbies that I know if I get into, that will be it for me. So yeah, building a rig. Geez, that's yeah, and I probably know exactly what game you're playing. Man, yeah. One day I probably need a cave at home somewhere like where I can just build my own space because you know here it's already I'm already taking the mickey here and I took a whole bedroom for my YouTube stuff. My missus will probably kill me if I say I want to build a rig somewhere else. But yeah, sounds interesting. I'm curious though, Mike. Let me know how that's going, and yeah, share some photos on, I don't know. Oh God, my camera died. Hang on, I'm just gonna switch my camera. This is going on for a long time. Hang on. Um, Change my camera. Damn. I can't change the camera. Why is that? Oh, here we go. FaceTime. We're gonna go potato cam now. Sorry about that, guys. I underestimated the power of the. I'm running the Sony A7S III there, and yeah, I don't know how long have we been going. We've been going that long, jeez. Yeah, it didn't last an hour, so I don't know if it auto switched off or the camera died. Never mind. The potato camera here will do, right? Um, Yeah, let me know, Mike, what that game situation is. I'm really curious. Now, that caught my eye, Rocket League. My son is obsessed with this game, and I'm having to actually curb his time a little bit on the Switch because yeah, he's playing that a lot. And yeah. So yeah, crossover. I heard about, yeah, that being better for gaming in terms of frames per second and yeah, in comparison with Parallels. Um, but it got to a point where I thought, oh my gosh, I can't be bothered, you know, because I wanted to do a video on it and running Windows 11 and gaming on the Mac because I think that's good. That's lots of people might be want to be trying that, and I saw some people doing like GTA 5 and getting really good results. I'm looking at the camera over there still. I'm such a noob. The camera's here now. Yeah, I just think yeah, GTA 5 looked really amazing on crossover. So maybe I'll try that. But yeah, let me know how you get on. Um, I do buy all of this stuff. I mean, I tend to stick with PS5, but I think I bought for the Xbox stuff. I actually bought a Game Pass as well. All right, is that what it is? Right, okay. So I thought it was just Xbox Cloud. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't try that actually. I thought I'd download the actual game and play on Windows 11. So I might try that actually to see if it works well. So this is like the Google Stadia stuff, isn't it? So yeah, that's a good shout. I might try that. Yes. Yeah. I do have a little bit of a deal at home though. I said, I think it was 10K. When I got to 10K subscribers, I said, right, if I get to 10K, I'm gonna take up a bigger room. So this is the bedroom. And yeah, I don't know what the next target might be. I might say, if I get to, I don't know, 30 or 50, that's when I take an even bigger one, which we don't really use. I mean, we do use maybe once a month, but it's sitting there just looking pretty, not being used. I could use that on the pretext that, yeah, I could transform it in a way that it could be both, like a living space and a studio, but that's hard to do. Maybe it's easier to just hire a space, right? I don't know. Okay, right. Yeah, I've got that actually. I didn't know it was called X Cloud, to be honest with you, because I literally bought it for that test. I don't have an Xbox, so I never really bothered with it. Yeah, 100K, I build an extension. Exactly. Yeah, I'll just do a loft extension like Peter Lindgren, right? That thing is amazing what he's built, that studio that he built. So yeah, I could do that upstairs. Yeah, but 100K, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, don't know, in a few years. Hey Adam, hello. Yeah, I remember you from my recent videos. So thanks for joining. Apologies for the potato camera. I was running on a beautiful A7S III earlier, and I think it just ran out of battery. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Um, yeah. So you're from, my gosh, yeah. So Adam, what you've been up to? Are you looking forward to New Year's Eve, or are you gonna just chill at home? Yeah, let me know. Not a lot of people are traveling these days, right? So yeah, Mike, I think, yeah, don't know, if I get to 100K, yeah, maybe it's a studio, like a higher space, but that's such a big target. Jeez. But you never know, right? You never know. Sometimes you can, yeah, some stuff might just work and pop. Like, I had no idea, when I started the year 2021 that, yeah, the channel would grow to what it did. So yeah, we'll see. Hey Matt, hello man, thanks for joining. Um, yeah, I was just saying to the guys here, I was running on a beautiful footage earlier, and yeah, about 5 minutes ago the camera died. So yeah, apologies. It's gonna be the potato. It's actually not that bad. It's the 1080p, so it's just a horrible angle, isn't it? And it tries to make you look younger. It looks like, so it's just, yeah, not great, not a great angle. What camera do you use for photography thumbnails? Yeah, so in my last, there's only, I've only got the A7S III a few weeks ago, so mostly it's been the Canon 90D. But my last 2-3 videos has been the A7S III, and I absolutely love that camera. I wanted that camera since it was released, and I kept thinking about it and not doing it. So it's a big chunk of money, isn't it? Um, but is worth it. It absolutely. I'm still learning how to use it. Clearly, don't know how long. That was just a test, right? How long the stream would last with the battery. So yeah, I'm using I think I used the A7S III for my latest 2 thumbnails. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, no. So the latest thumbnail is actually the Canon 90D, because I was holding the A7S III. That's a challenge, right? I was like, oh, for God's sake, I want to use that, but I wanted that in the shot. Yeah, and that video tanked anyway. I actually haven't used the A7S III for any thumbnails yet. I'm just looking at my latest videos. Yeah, it's. But I think in my latest video I took some. I posted some shots that I took with it. I'm so happy with that camera, man. It's so great. And I don't know if you caught the what I was talking about earlier. I've just been playing around with this lens, which is 35 mil anamorphic lens. It looks really cool as well. It's like a squarey shape, and you have to de-squeeze the footage after you record it as well. I think that the Ninja does de-squeezing automatically, so when you're monitoring the footage, it doesn't look squeezed up. But I just love the results. Amazing stuff. I can't wait. I mean, it's gonna be wasted on my content, I think. But I was just saying earlier, I just love that the way it looks. You know, when you point it at a light, you got those lovely kind of anamorphic flares. Really fun, and it's actually as a brand. So it's Sirui. I think it's pronounced Sirui, but it's Sirui. Um, really affordable from a anamorphics perspective. Caleb and lots of different people reviewed it. Jared Dundan as well. It comes highly recommended. So I thought I'd give it a go. Yeah, you guys, I do envy you guys over there in the mountains, man. You yeah, you get all that beautiful weather, winter weather. Yeah, that's the way forward, man. That's the way forward. And I think Matt as well. Matt, you've got a great space. I saw some photos the other day or a video that you did on Insta. Yeah, I've got it's a decent sized bedroom here for UK standards, but my previous space was driving me nuts. Too small, but you know, it's fine. You got the channel to where it did. I only moved here a few weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, abs really recommend it. I'll post some shots of it, yeah, on Twitter or whatever. And yeah, my latest video. So I'm uploading tomorrow. It will have some bits, and yeah, I wonder if people will notice because I've mixed it up a little bit. I've also got the Sony ZV. What's the name of that camera? ZV-E10. So I got that for my second angle. I think it worked really well. I gave it a go with the Canon as a test, and it worked really well from a retention perspective. People like, I think, you know, that when you switch up different angles. At least I thought that was the case. But thing is, with the Canon, it just looked a little bit odd. You know, the colors are different because it doesn't have log. I can't really do anything in terms of color grading, really. So it looked odd from a color perspective, but that's why I got the Sony, so that the Sony, which has S-Log3, the ZV-E10, so I can now color grade the same. So if I'm doing a second angle, it will look like it belongs. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff for the channel, man. You know, it's all same sort of videos, but I want to improve the quality a little bit. Cheekster, man, thank you so much. Cheekster, you've been probably, yeah, one of my best supporters of the channel this year. Every single video you've been there. So an opportunity here to just chat unscripted on a potato camera. You just missed the beautiful footage I was getting earlier. I ran out of battery. But no, thank you so much for the support you gave me as well, man. Every single video. You know, people might not think that it counts or it matters. Creators don't see those things, but you know, it does matter. And if I post a video, I know that you'll be one of the first people there to support it and watch it and comment on it. So really means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, Mike, I'm a bit annoyed with me because, you know, I was like, I've already got a camera. Why do I need a second one? But it's one of those things. It does make a difference, and yeah, it was worth giving it a go. Of course, you know, you got to get lenses for it, but the beauty of having two cameras that share the same lenses. Is you can swap them. I'm using on the camera that just died. I'm using the Tamron 28 to 75 mil, and I bought that secondhand, that lens, and oh my gosh, what a great surprise that was. That again came highly recommended by people like Peter Lindgren and Dunner did it. Yeah, lots of people use that very lens. Yeah, really happy with that. Just wish I, the thing is one of those things where you buy nice or buy twice. That's been the case for my channel pretty much since day one. I always buy the cheap stuff first. But I don't know, maybe I just kind of start saving up a little bit and buying the nicer gear going forward, because yeah, it's been the case. Sometimes you have to, or sometimes you have to be kind of compromising a little bit. But in my case, it's always been cutting corners a little bit, if I'm honest with you. And I wish I hadn't, and just bit the bullet and buy the nice stuff once. Yeah. Hey, JB, man, thank you so much. And yeah, we got to do a collab as well this year, right? So hopefully we can do another one next year. Let me know what your plans are, JB, for your channel. What are you doing? Are you posting any more this year, or is that it? Right, we've got one more day. Let me know. Let me know what you're doing. A7 IV over the S. Okay. See, I was considering the A7 IV as well, and I was really tempted by it, but I don't know. Yeah. It's such a tried and tested camera that I thought, you can't go wrong with it. And I've rigged it up now as well with some stuff that will allow me to do some even craziest things. So I've got this sort of handle, got a cage on it. It's like all the gear, no idea. I don't know if it's worth switching it out, to be honest with you, Mike, but it is worth maybe renting it out. There's a company in the UK. I think it costs you like 200 quid for like a week, and I thought of doing that before, and in the end I just got it. But if you're not sure, maybe it's worth just trying it for a week. Just rent it out and see, because I don't know, I would imagine that the features are similar in right. The colors are going to be similar. The sensor, is the sensor the same? I don't know. You're getting more pixels in terms of pictures, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I think there's a lot to be said about cameras that just know. I mean, if you listen to people who know what they're talking about, I mean, not me. People like Caleb, for example, right, in the DSLR shooter channel. Yeah, he raves about the A7S III and how even if you don't use any color grading, right, just the picture profile off stuff, amazing. I always wanted to grade. It's something that I've learned even before I could do it. It's like I just want to do it. So I'm really happy just recording S-Log3 Cine and trying out finding my own style. Not this right now, because this is the this is the opposite of that. This looks horrible. But yeah, I'd say give it a go. Before you commit to it, just give it a go. If you want to come over to the Cotswolds and try my one for a few days, yeah, more than welcome. That's an idea, right? We should collab. We've got Patrick Rambles. Hopefully, don't know. I don't think he will mind me sharing this, but yeah, we're planning a trip. So he'll come to the UK and I'll go to Belgium on a bit of a content creation couple of days. So yeah, that should be fun. I'm curious though. So if you guys still here, what stuff do you want to see on the channel? Shall I just continue doing what I'm doing? Do you think I should change anything? Opportunity here for you to suggest stuff that I should cover. Oh, that was the one. Oh wow, there you go. So yeah, you're not far at all. Yeah, Wilshire is literally down the road. Yeah, no, if you wanna have a look around, just play with the camera for a day. Yeah, more than happy to let you do that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think collabs are great because YouTube can be quite lonely space, right? To just be creating, and you never know what's going to happen. So building community, especially when you kind of find people in the same niche, and people that actually enjoy hearing about the stuff that you do. That's great, right? 'Cause sometimes I talk to my missus, and bless her, she doesn't know what's going on. She yeah, she has no idea what why is important. And I gave her my 12 Pro Max. I don't know, 3 months ago, whenever the 13 came out, and she still hasn't set it up. And she's running I think it's my old iPhone 10. Um, so when it comes to tech, she's just not bothered at all. Yeah, good. We'll do the same. Yeah, we'll do the same. We'll just keep improving bit by bit. Try not to get too boring. I like to switch it up a little bit every now and then. Do something silly. Yeah. 2020. Okay, so what I'm looking for in 2022 next tech gadget. I want to see an Apple glasses or Apple glasses, whatever they brand it, or eyeglass. I was hoping that 2021 was going to be when they did that, but that didn't happen. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see that in 2022. There's enough noise now about it, and they probably learned by Google's mistakes and other people's mistakes, and yeah, I just want to see an Apple version of that, and yeah, as much as I love, I mean, we all love, right? Kind of having this attached to ourselves. It's just a horrible experience. I think the more I think about it, is it's very unsociable. Um, yeah, I just want something a little bit more discreet that doesn't require me to hold something in my hand all the time. Sweet, yeah, nice. I mean, I would say let's meet at Starbucks, but there's no Starbucks where I live. But my missus has a cafe. We can meet there, and yeah, I'm in a little place called Tetbury. I don't know if you know, Mike, but it's yeah, a small little town in the Cotswolds. So yeah, yeah, Mike. So that's it, right? It's we have so Patrick, myself, Kevin, and others have this little group on Telegram. We just yeah, every now and then it's nice to go in there and say, hey guys, have you heard about this brand? They're emailing me. What do you think about them? Have you worked with them before? Or even just being silly, like completely, like it's just being silly. It's like, guys, look at this stuff. Look at look what I've done. Look at this mistake. Just to share experiences, right? It's what it's all about. I do think without that, hand in heart, I would have stopped YouTube ages ago. Because the stuff that RJ Tech does a great job as well. And we just got James here. Look at that. I was talking about TYU, which is the Tech YouTubers Unite. So that RJ started this thing, and he would be, yeah. I can't imagine still be doing my videos if it wasn't for that group, because yeah, we share the successes, the little victories. That if I tell my missus, I just reached 1,000 views on this video, or I just got to 10K subscribers, she go, okay, well, so what? It's like PewDiePie's got I don't know how many million. Uh, it just doesn't mean anything to them. They can't relate, and that's fair. Fair play, really. Uh, Whereas that group, everyone knows how hard it is. Everyone goes through the same pain, and we all support each other. And it means a lot. So yeah. And talking of which, here's another one from TYU. So yeah, hi James. I wish I could remember my Filipino. I used to do videos where I did an introduction in different languages. I remember calling James up, say, "Hey James, how do you say this in the right way?" But I forgot. um, yeah, fewer videos but higher production value. Exactly. It's uh, you know, we're all kind of um, we want to be proud of what we produce, right? And I think sometimes we I've fell foul for this year myself of chasing the algo, right? A video goes crazy, my plans go completely out the window. So now forget that. This worked. I'm gonna do more of these, and I did that a few times in August, September, because it just worked. It just generated views, generated subscribers. Um, but yeah, I found myself in a bit of a hamster wheel, if I'm honest with you. So it was fun. It was fun, but then it's like any it's a bit of an adrenaline shot, right? It's kind of at some point it's going to come down and reality will kick in. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's always good to talk, Mike and Mike. Gonna struggle. So yeah, please always reach out on Twitter. DMs, whatever works, man. It's always good to share and ask questions. Brad was here earlier, I think. And yeah, he's always reaching out as well on asking questions. I do the same. I always do the same. If I see something that a creator produced, I want to know how it was done, or I'm struggling with something. And there's some great creators out there, to name a couple, right? So Jeff from Il Jefe Reviews, you can almost guarantee, right? If you ask them a question, because they've been doing this for a while, yeah, they'll give you support, and which is really good. I mean, the tech community, there's all like any community, when you've got people involved, there's always going to be little issues and stuff like that. But in the most part, from what my experience has been, really positive. People are really supportive, and yeah, like I said, without those little groups, without that community, without being able to ask questions to someone who's doing the same thing, yeah, this channel wouldn't exist. I would be I'll be doing something else. I was actually doing a football channel beforehand, soccer coach. Maybe I'll be doing that now. Don't know. That's right, James. Yeah, small or big, man. We gotta celebrate, and that's not what she said. Thanks, Don. Good night. A great new year as well, and yeah, we'll see you in 2022. Um, well done for getting your new iPhone as well. Yeah, I know you got the iPhone Mini now, and you gave your missus the iPhone 13 Pro, and so she'll be happy too. Yeah, looking forward to catching up with you in the new year, Don. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, it was a long word as well, in Filipino, and I will. Oh, it nearly came to me. Taganagalaka. It sounds something like Taganagalaka or something like that. It sounds like that, but it's not that. I'm sure it's not that. Yeah, you got it, man. You got it. All right, guys. I think it's 1:30 in the morning. There's nothing going on tomorrow here, but it feels like we reached a natural end here. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. Apologies for the potato cam towards the end there, but we got some good footage at the beginning. If you want to see, I'm not going to delete the stream, so you can go and see that I'm not lying. There was a point in time that I was looking at beautiful footage there. But no, that's jokes aside. It's been great hanging out here. And I want to do more of that as well next year. Just chatting about, yeah, random stuff without a script, having a drink, chilling with you. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Happy New Year, everyone, and I'll end it here. Bye.